The first thing I want to walk you through is my own channel, and I'm starting there for a reason. There's no value in explaining theory if there's no real-world evidence behind it. In the last month alone, this channel brought in roughly $4,600 generated exclusively from long-form psychology content. No shorts, no face on screen, no sponsors, no outside traffic sources, just AdSense and a system that continues to earn even during inactive periods. The channel itself is not massive, it sits in the low tens of thousands of subscribers, but what matters is consistency. One upload recently passed 123,000 views and earned around $600. Another surpassed 159,000 views and has already produced over $900. Even the weakest performing videos still generate between $180 and $360. And because the content is evergreen, revenue compounds over time. That's the baseline. And the reason this works isn't because of a single breakout video, it's because of the structure behind the channel. So what follows is a complete breakdown of how the channel operates and how every video is built from the ground up, step by step, without relying on luck, trends, or showing your face. The content revolves around minimalist psychological storytelling. Each video explores mental patterns people immediately recognize in themselves, but rarely hear articulated clearly: social dynamics, inner tension, emotional withdrawal, signals of intelligence, isolation, perception. The objective is not to teach psychology in an academic way. The objective is to make the viewer feel personally understood. That philosophy extends to the visuals. Everything is deliberately stripped down. No faces, no personalities, no unnecessary elements. Just clean visuals paired with a calm, neutral voice. This isn't about style, it's about scalability. Removing the creator from the content makes the system repeatable. So let's start from the beginning. Everything starts with the foundation. The channel identity. I keep the channel name simple. In this niche, the name needs to feel neutral, slightly clinical, and credible. Not clever, not creative, something that sounds like it could already exist. I use a dedicated prompt stored in a Google Doc to generate psychology-focused channel names. I paste it into ChatGPT, generate 20 options, scan through them, and select the one that sounds the most established. This step takes less than a minute. Once the name is finalized, I move directly to the logo. The logo must be minimal, high contrast, and readable at small sizes. I reuse a logo prompt from the same Google Doc and paste it into ChatGPT. It outputs multiple image prompts designed specifically for psychology channels. Those prompts go into an image generator like Whisk, Midjourney, or Leonardo. I generate several versions in a one-to-one format. I'm looking for simplicity, usually an abstract symbol, a figure, or shape that aligns with the psychology theme. If the first result doesn't work, I test the next. I don't over-optimize. I choose the strongest option and move forward. After that comes the banner. I open Canva and select the YouTube banner template. I import the logo and position it as the main visual element. Then I enable the safe area overlay to ensure nothing important is cropped on mobile. The banner stays dark, minimal, and clean. Sometimes there's a short line of text, sometimes there isn't. The banner's role is not conversion, it's credibility. With that done, the branding is complete. Now the real work begins. Content. The next phase is topic selection. I never rely on intuition alone. I use two approaches. First, manual research. I analyze psychology channels within the same niche and sort their videos by performance. I'm not copying titles. I'm identifying recurring themes that consistently perform well across multiple channels. The second approach is AI assisted. I use a topic generation prompt from my Google Doc that forces scenario-based psychology ideas instead of generic explanations. I usually generate 20 to 30 ideas at once. I scan through them and select the ones that immediately spark curiosity. If it stops me, it will stop someone else. Once the topic is selected, I move into scripting. Before we continue, let me pause for a second because I want to mention something quickly. In the last video, a lot of you reached out asking me to put everything I know into one place. Not scattered videos, but a proper space where I can go deeper, explain things step by step, and actually interact without all the noise, so I did it. I've created a private community where I'm sharing the full process, complete systems, structures, real examples, and things that don't really belong on YouTube. If this type of content resonates with you and you want to go further, the link is in the description. I launched it with a 70% discount because there are still a few things I'm finishing and adding over the next few days. To make up for that, the price is lower right now. Once everything is fully added, it'll go back to what it was originally supposed to be. Also, for the first 5 people who join, I'm giving away an aged YouTube channel from 2009 already optimized for the algorithm. I only have 5 of these and they're genuinely valuable. Alright, let's get back to the video. This is the most critical part of the process. I paste a dedicated script prompt into ChatGPT. The structure is strict, short sentences, no filler, no greetings, no academic language. The script reads like a narrative unfolding, not a lecture. Within the prompt, I define the target length. If the video is meant to be 8 minutes, I specify the word count. For longer videos, I instruct the AI to break the script into sections to maintain pacing. When the script is finished, I paste it into Google Docs. I don't rewrite the script, I refine it, I remove redundancy, I smooth awkward phrasing, I read it out loud once to ensure it flows naturally. This usually takes 5 to 10 minutes and significantly improves the final result. Next is the voiceover. I open 11 Labs and select a voice that fits the channel tone. Neutral, calm, controlled. I paste the script into the editor and generate the audio. If a sentence feels off, I regenerate only that segment. Once everything sounds right, I export the file as an MP3. Then I move on to visuals. I take an image generation prompt from my Google Doc. I specify the number of images needed and include the full script. ChatGPT then produces individual image prompts aligned with each section of the narration. Those prompts are sent into an image generator using a landscape format. I generate each image individually. If something doesn't look right, I adjust the prompt slightly and regenerate. I'm not chasing perfection, I'm aiming for clarity and coherence. After that, the images are animated. Depending on the tool, this either happens directly or by converting images into short clips. Movement stays minimal. Gentle camera motion, subtle zooms, simple transitions. The visuals exist to support the narration, not compete with it. Then everything goes into CapCut. I import the voiceover and all visual clips. The voiceover goes on the timeline first. I trim long pauses to keep the pacing tight. I set the canvas to a 16:9 aspect ratio and add a clean background layer that spans the entire video. Once the edit is locked, I add captions. I generate them automatically, then clean them manually. The video is then exported in 1080p.
Most people can talk for hours about football. They'll argue about players, teams, and stats like it actually changes something. But then, there's you, the one who doesn't watch, and you've probably heard it before.
The last step is the thumbnail. I paste the video title into a thumbnail prompt from my Google Doc and generate multiple visual concepts. I test a few styles and choose the one that communicates the idea instantly. High contrast, single concept, one emotional hook. Finally, I upload title, description, thumbnail, publish. That's the entire workflow. No guessing, no reliance on trends, just a repeatable system that turns psychology concepts into long-form videos that continue earning over time.